Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey up, ladders.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Keep going, you keep going, won't you?
Yes.
We're up against it now.
How is light paper doing in Leeds? Are people interested?
Well, they're taking plenty, like, whether they actually read it or not. I think we need information more, but it's getting people off there, isn't it?
You can see it. You can see we got plenty of children attending with the parents.
Single maximum. Good to see you, fella. How are you doing?
How are you?
Roxanne was meant to be here, but she couldn't come. Have you been here long?
I've had 10, 15 minutes.
All right, you want to get in front of these guys.
Hi guys.
Which way are you going? Freedom! Freedom!
They're meant to fly, Nicky, Minaj to fly.
Freedom!
Excuse me, who do you work for?
I'm streaming on my Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Take picture, find my name.
Have you got a card?
No.
You don't have a card.
Use a phone, take picture.
I don't have a phone on me.
Sorry, I don't have cards.
English Media Group.
No, that's what I
Yeah, but I'll never remember that. But English Media Group.
No, this is just a press card. That's what Kalishu.
Radoslaw Kalusuk. Radoslaw Kalusuk.
I'll find you on Facebook.
What we decree.
Hi, fella.
Yeah, man.
Hi guys.
Yeah, baby.
Good 4,000. This is biggest one I've seen in Leeds.
Are you right? You all right?
Yes.
Nice to see you representing Leeds.
I'm doing this for you, by the way.
It's all doom and gloom. Hello, Governor. It's all doom and gloom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby shape.
No,
Mate.
I'm independent. Find me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Take picture. Find me on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, well, you know, if you, a lot of these people say independent, then they go sell it. You know what I mean? And then normally we.
I've been filming them since May last year.
Yeah, but independents sell to you sell though, don't you? That's how you make your money, mate.
No.
So you say you're independent, and all independents sell their pictures and videos to the news. That's how you make your money, innit?
And I'm
So
not-
where do you sell it to?
I'm not selling this anywhere.
Where do you post it?
On my Facebook.
Okay, boy. If you're on side, that's lovely. But you know, so many people just sell it because that's how you make your living.
I got a job, yeah, my own business.
You know, but these are just daring people and trying to vilify lovely families and children, boy. But anyway, I just checked, mate. You know what I mean?
Check my Facebook, you will see. I've been,
All right, boy, that's lovely, mate.
I've been live streaming them.
Can you understand why I might be a bit unworthy
Yeah.
of the media, mate? You know what I mean? Untrusting.
Yeah,
All right, boy.
that's the reason why I'm streaming them, because you can see how the story goes from start to finish. Yeah, I've been doing this since May last year.
Good man, boy. Good man.
join the movement round about. The next time I see you, if you dance the river, get a time.
Last year, 2012. I'm usually with Mark Steele. Recognise him? No.
You want to start the war?
Hey, sorry, I'm
Listen in, guys. Listen in. Can you all hear me? Andy. We're going to get the speaker out again. We're going to do a little bit more talking, and then have a little break, get some drinks, snacks, whatever, and then we're going to go again down the town. We're going to go again. Again. Yeah. Yes, get a bite to eat, guys. Get a bite to eat, get a drink, whatever you want. We'll have a little a picnic here, and then we'll start again.
Great everyone to see how many have come here today. I think it's a great turnout, much more than any others have. I'll tell you one thing, everyone's saying about the COVID vaccine and that. I've seen everyone, all the world saying that autism is the future and that. And there is a conspiracy about saying that they think it's the MMR vaccine that causes it. And I'm autistic myself, and I don't know whether or not they're saying the MMR, putting the MMR vaccine in people, say whether or not it's to weaken them or not. And it hasn't weakened me, and I'm standing here right now, and I can think the way that other people cannot think. And if they think that they can weaken me, well, they absolutely can't. And no one ever deserves the MMR vaccine. Do not give any babies the MMR either, because I think that is what's causing autism. And some schools and that just think that it makes them less of a person. And I don't think it's weakening me. I've been a bit shouty in the crowds and that. So I say thank you everyone for coming and that. I say we do not give in fighting this freedom and that. And I'm hoping at some point that Chris Whitty will eventually get his time and that. And he just gets punished for what he's done. I say, free and other thing. What do we want, everyone? Louder! Thank you, everyone. I think it's great to have had you all there. Thank you.
I was going to say about the MMR vaccine, aren't I? You know, so people don't weaken me, that's it. Yeah. You are welcome to coming. Well, boy, I get about I'll say about the MMR vaccine and that. I think that's the rules of it.
I've followed you for ages. I just want to say thanks for like everything that you do. You're bloody amazing. You're not shaking hands with me. Excellent work.
So I'm sweating.
And it's really hot, isn't it? It's really hot. Was you here at the last Leeds one? No, there was more people at the last one than this one. I thought there would be more today.
I will try to speak on live.
No.
Okay, let's speak. They can hear now. I will have to hear you. So, how often do you get circus in Leeds?
This has only been the second one in Leeds ever, and I've been to both of them. I've been to a couple in London. Finances don't allow to go to London for me. But I live in Leeds, so nice to support the local city.
And they're on Saturday?
Pardon?
They're on Saturday like today?
Yeah.
Was that World Freedom Rally or other days?
I think it was a World Freedom Rally the last time, about a month ago it was, and then obviously this one today. But the one last time was the first one that they did in Leeds.
It's major escalation point now with all this push, with all that push for vaccinating children. So if people were asleep till now there's...
Just beggars belief every day that people are just still like buying into it.
And like, how can you say with straight face that you will inject medical products into children that don't need it, they're not at risk, for non-medical reasons?
horrible world that we live in. Sad.
And again, against the science, because they say themselves.
Yeah, but they've gone against the science and they're still going to go ahead and do it, aren't they? But this only stops when we all say, we need more people to say it.
Do you find that more people is now talking about this, or?
I would probably say so now. Now with the children, and you're going to lose your job if you don't get vaccinated, and hopefully more people will wake up to the.
Yes, if they will introduce this thing called vaccine passport, or like digital ID, when they will bar you from entering any door unless you scan. They don't need police. They don't need public services. It's just all digitally.
Well, I've heard on they're not doing the COVID passports to put some.
For now, but I don't believe that they will, detract. Every other country is doing this, and that's the whole plan: unified global digital ID with all our details. It's like slavery system, modern prison. They know everything about you. They track you on every step. They
This is
know
the
what
road
you.
that we do look down, isn't it? And I, for one, don't want my child out there to be brought in the world.
How old is your child?
22. The little freedom warrior he is. So proud of him. So proud of him. Ashley, can you say hello to Sharon? This is Ashley, little freedom fighter.
What people don't realize is that, we all got moods and we all feel down. I came here like 45 minutes late, but I still turn up. It doesn't matter. It's like, what people don't understand is like, this is all psychological game. And how can you give up, before you finish the match?
It's not even started yet. This is just the beginning.
If you enter the pitch, you're going after the ball, till the game is finished, until you win, But most people, they give up. Oh no, I need to take a job because I won't get anywhere.
I want to go on holiday or whatever.
But it's not stopping. 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 700.
Well, they're giving out the boosters already, aren't they? Where does it end? Where does it end? We will continue fighting the fight, Martin. We'll continue. So great to meet you. Excellent work that you're doing recently.
Yeah, I'll give you a follow. It's nice that you're here to give us a bit of exposure. So thank you for that, mate. Pleasure to meet you. I'll give you a follow. Top man.
So what is happening now? We got we're installing the speaker.
Right guys, just hang fire a little bit. I think we're going to go around the city one more time. Just a few more words before we go.
bronze commander, so we'll be like, don't stop getting up.
I don't think they are doing
So plan is in a nutshell that there will be few more speeches and people will be marching again.
Andy, do you want to say a bit, please? You want to say a few words?
I like your sheep. Fantastic. How often? This is your first protest, or you've been earlier?
Oh no, I've done most of the London ones. Yeah.
So you're
Bradford one.
you're protesting.
I'm protesting because my dad's got Alzheimer's. He may not have long to live. He's got a cancer appointment next week. The government is taking my dad's life again away from him. They took 18 months of his life away from him. He's not got long to live. And if they keep locking us down, it's not fair. He should be getting quality of life, not being stuck in his house. I have taken him on 4 holidays since the lockdown, but during the lockdown it was terrible. And people were so frightened. They just kept in, so you never saw anybody. I mean, I went to a neighbour and she was so frightened she wouldn't even give me a piece of paper with the name of a fire alarm on. She was frightened of giving me the paper. And I did volunteer in the first lockdown to help old people. And I got groceries for them. And the old lady wouldn't even give me the money, actually gave me the plant pot. So I think people just went nuts for a virus with a 99.7% survival rate. I think
people dying over 82.
And the thing is, there's all these cures that we already knew about that have been stopped, like ivermectin, which is a lot cheaper than the jab. It's all about profits and shares for the government. It's all being blown out of proportion by the media.
But do you know how much they spend on the media?
Oh, I know how much they spend on the media. And
109 million on the first lot. Now they have 200, I think 60 million, if I got this right, on the COVID media buyout. So they literally bought all the press.
Yeah, they've all got shares in the vaccines as well. You don't get any real news anymore. Facebook's banning you. Everybody I know who knows about things is on Telegram now. Because you just can't say anything on Facebook, you just get banned. So you're not allowed to say the truth anymore. It is getting like blooming North Korea. And I think that's what they want. They want to just shut us up with that policing bill, which has been extended again with all the coronavirus powers. So,
and other countries are actually closing the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Denmark, Sweden, they're not doing it anymore.
Romania, they stopped vaccinating people. Yeah, so people are standing up all. So we need to follow suit because it's not right. It's against democracy. This is not democracy.
I just come with one lady and up on that stairs and she said we were discussing this force. There will be forcing eventually children to break it.
Yeah, but
when children are not at risk at all.
Yeah.
And they said medical product for non-medical reason. How can you justify that?
Well, the thing is, they've got a natural immune system anyway. It's very unlikely they're going to die from it. And they're paying the doctors, I think is it £12.80 per shot for normal people and an extra £10 for the 12 to 15 years.
£22.50.
Yeah, they get an extra £10 to do the 12 to 15 year olds who don't need a vaccine. So it's all very corrupt.
I can't imagine the amount of money. I was reading the Pfizer alone, and it's just one of the manufacturers.
Yeah.
They estimated 30 billion dollars profit.
Yeah.
So dollars or pounds.
Yeah.
But still, this is ridiculous amount of money. And you think, come on, so population is 7.9 at most billion.
Yeah.
So it's already multiplication of every person on the earth, and I just one manufacturer. So what a source of money we're talking about.
And it's just all about the money. That's all it's about. It's pure greed and corruption by the government.
Another
Boris
thing,
has obviously been bought.
if they will introduce this so-called passport and they will bar us on every door,
Yeah.
they don't need police.
No.
They can block you from entering and buying food.
Yeah, like in
entering-
China. Yeah, the social credit score system. That's what they're trying to do, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
totalitarian control, full
Yeah.
enslavement.
Yeah. I know. It's just very frightening. The only way to push back is if more people wake up, but unfortunately it's sad that you see people still wearing masks
And
because they're just terrified.
they carry on with their own life.
Yeah.
They're shopping, they're at pubs, they're
Yeah.
not bothered.
Yeah.
And that's what's
Yeah.
concerning.
Yeah.
Don't they care about their own children?
No, I don't
So
know.
if they are so brainwashed, I think this is one of the primordial instincts.
Yeah.
It's parenthood
Yeah,
to
yeah.
defend their own
Yeah.
child.
And yet they have to. I used to be a ski rep overseas, and you used to have to get parental consent for everything to go on trips and everything. And now they're allowing the 12 to 15-year-olds to consent to their own jobs. It's just ridiculous. It's just mad.
And all this propaganda, like BBC, is just like completely North Korean style.
Yeah, it is. It's just getting into a dictatorship. Yeah. I just hope people wake up, but unfortunately when you get it shoved down your face every day by the BBC, and you even get it on the radio when you're driving.
24 hours.
Yeah, and then you get on the motorway signs, you get in the newspapers, so no wonder the elderly are being brainwashed by it all, because they don't have the Telegram or the Facebook where you get your other information from. I just find it really sad.
Facebook and YouTube, they're deleting
Yeah,
content they didn't want.
we just need enough people to wake up and see what's really going on. So that's the only way we're going to win. It says in the Bible we'll win. It's supposed to be the Great Awakening, isn't it? So,
Originally, I'm from Poland. I know what a communism looks like. I was, when it was ending up, I was a small child, but it was just close to me. So I know the history, I know what the people's faces were like, their state of mind, how it affected everything, literally, landscape, economy,
we need the police on our side as well, though.
Police
And the army.
Police and army, they're part of the government. Until they will see that government is failing, they won't jump the boat.
They're trying to put the frighteners on everybody. Because I know somebody who runs a PTSD camp for veterans who are suicidal, and they got arrested and taken away just for running a camp for veterans to help them. And they had 200 police coming through the grass, and they took the laptops and everything. And they said they were far-right extremists. And they're not, they're just trying to help people who are suicidal in the veteran community from the goodness of their heart. On a farm in Bath. It's just mad. They're just trying to silence everybody. And all they're doing is good things. And they're getting shut.
So far, for 18 months, they went along with all that. Medical services, police, army. They won't turn until they see government failing.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I mean, it's simple, it just takes millions of people on street.
That's what you need more people standing up. I think the last Leeds one was actually bigger than this, but if enough people stand up, then...
Was that last month's Freedom Rally?
There was one in Leeds last month, I can't remember what day. I think it was the 15th of August? I can't remember.
Worldwide
That was the last one. I was in London for that, so that was good. But yeah, we just have to pray, won't we, that enough people wake up, but I don't know. Some people don't want to know, do they?
It takes time. We had a communist occupation since 1945 to 1989. I don't expect it to last that long, but again, 10, 15 years at least.
Well, at least some of the countries are waking up, so we've got somewhere we can go.
I mean, there's that's destroying the narrative that some countries are pulling out. But look what they just did. They announced this pact with the United States and Australia. Yeah? So Australia literally turned back into prison colony.
Oh God, yeah, that's very. I can't even believe the Australians just
I got
totally locked down.
many Facebook friends that follow my profile.
Yeah.
They are sending me clips and it's just
it's
unbelievable.
frightening, isn't it? It's just like an open prison, really. God, I hope we don't get like that. Hopefully not. We don't know, do we? We don't know whether they've got another lockdown.
That's like extreme. So I find UK still in balance, and I've been to a few countries. So we'll see. It's important that other countries
while we're waiting, just going to need to get authorisation for those in blue and yellow to walk around Leeds again. I'm sure it's going to be okay. In the meantime, we're going to have a bit of an open mic. If you want to come here and say a few words, please do. Got this lovely young lady called Jenny who would like to say a few words.
Just can you find my name?
I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about ivermectin. I don't know if you would have heard of this. Ivermectin.
Thanks for talking to you.
Ivermectin it's been used for 40 years as an anti-parasitic. It's given 30 million people in Africa are given this every year. And last year they realised in those countries where it was given out, they weren't getting COVID. So there's been over 60 trials on ivermectin that have shown it not only stops COVID from replicating, but also reduces transmission. And this has been shown multiple times in multiple studies, and it's also being used for this reason in like 25% of the world's countries. In the Indian region of Uttar Pradesh, they've actually literally wiped out coronavirus now because they prescribe everybody ivermectin. It's completely safe. It's been used for 40 years. It's safer than aspirin. Right? It's also been shown to have, as well as loads of antiviral properties, anti-cancer properties. Right? It's cheap. It's generic, and it's being banned in Australia. It's in America. They are stopping prescriptions for people with coronavirus. The American Medical Association has come out against it. There's been a huge disinformation campaign. This is something that literally could stop all this in 5 weeks, and they're not letting people know, and they're not letting people have it, right? And if anything shows you what an agenda this is, that is that. But I just, on my own personal experience, I tested positive in July, and I was quite poorly for 4 days, and I managed to get hold of some, and within 4 days of that, I was testing negative. It literally got rid of my symptoms with it. And it's part of the protocol. You can look for the protocol. If you go on FLCCC, this is scientists and doctors who have put this information out. It shows you the protocols. You can also buy this if you go on indiamart.com. You can buy ivermectin on indiamart.com. It costs $1 for a strip of 10, and you can get it delivered to the UK. You might have an issue with customs, but I would really advise people. Yeah, look, look, let me just finish. So I'm just a word of advice for people. You know, as we're going into the winter months, and we possibly might be seeing new variants and more virulent variants, because they want to get they want to get the data in so they can get their agenda in place. So a word of advice to people: take vitamin D, take vitamin C, take zinc, take these every day. Get ivermectin. You can get it from India. Right, take that once a week, look for the FLCC protocols, follow the protocols, and keep yourself and your family safe. Because they're not going to give this to us, we need to find out how to do it for ourselves. Thank you.
Just a quick addition to what Debbie was saying. So actually, there's a recent scientific paper just this month about ivermectin, mentioning that it's Nobel Prize winner for 2015 for treating COVID-like sicknesses and all that. But we have one, yeah. So even science is slowly, the mainstream science is slowly acknowledging it. But we still need to, like Debbie said, we need to research it and we need to share it with our loved ones because mainstream media is still not going to share that. Yeah, or maybe they'll share that months from now, but it's up to us to do that hard work for ourselves. So for ivermectin and for the rest of the vaccine ingredients, the lack of testing in humans, and what else? All the measures against COVID that will do more harm than COVID, it's up to us to share to our loved ones and to strangers. So thanks everyone. Okay.
Hello folks. I'm going to sing for you. I'm not. I'm a Geordie by the way, so we just want to. No, sorry. Huh? No. We just want to highlight tomorrow, next weekend in Newcastle. There's a march. Yeah, we want everyone to turn up. You know, unity in numbers, as I say. I've come all the way from Newcastle to Leeds twice now to support the events here, and I think a lot of people over here should come and support the events in Newcastle. Things are getting a bit heated now, as you know. The government keeps backtracking and lying and changing its mind about vaccine passports and the rest of it. You need to start waking up now and thinking, you know, is this a tactic to delay everyone, to keep everyone subdued and busy, thinking we're making progress? You need to now start thinking that you, your family members, everyone is now at risk. From the time this pandemic started, you can see there's been cracks in the story at every given opportunity. You know, you've mentioned ivermectin before. Ivermectin, as I said, is a tried and trusted drug. It's cheap and effective. It's not going to make pharma any money. I used to work for Big Pharma as well, so I know they're a bunch of liars. And you know, one thing certain is very important. You have an immune system. You need to start trying to build your immune system up now. You need to start looking at the healthy alternatives in natural medicine. Natural medicine has its own ivermectin. Natural medicine has its own hydroxychloroquine. Black seed oil is fantastic, and all these remedies can actually help inhibit some of the spike protein damage that's being done to our bodies right now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pine needle, dandelion, all these things are free. They don't cost you anything. Yeah. So without covering that, you know there's other alternatives out there. So why is the government, with the backing of the Davos Group, the World Economic Forum and the rest of them, trying to push a needle in every single one of us? If you look at the UN Sustainable Development Goals by 2050, one of the lines that comes out of there is leave no one behind. Leave no one behind from what? From the New World Order? Because that's exactly what's happening. Yeah? So who here rejects the New World Order? Yeah? We all reject the New World Order. Anyway, I'm going to let someone know. Make sure you get yourself to Newcastle next week. Okay? Thank you. Good catch, by the way.
Mic drop!
Yeah, I've got dropped out. We were trapped by some she's just fabulous.
Right, what's the government doing so good? If they still got to wear masks and we eat. Now let's cover the odds. Come on. They've been making me sucking on lollipops since fucking what? 11 in children's homes. Now fuck the lot. Let's get it right. Thanks a lot. Now, forget that. At the end of the day, yeah, right? Our shit, yeah, right? It's not to get our children, and I'm not going to call them kids because that's Billy Goats, right? At the end of the day, yeah, it's to take our children. I'll say, now, they don't need an injection with a, what is it? make a big D in it, something like in it. Now let's get the flow in it. It is true. Fancy that, let's come through.
People are trying that, though. People are trying.
Hey up, well done Leeds, good effort. My name's Harry and I'm 60 years of age. And prior to the last 6 months, I've not been on a demonstration for about 40 years. Well done Leeds, let's not stop, this is bigger than last time, keep it going, it's all bullshit, it's all lies, follow the money. Come on boy, okay. Well done Leeds, I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you guys.
Now, let's roll again. Thanks that. Now again. Come on. What happens when you get in the police station and you suck someone's balls? That's what matters when it's from 11. Now take them. Fuck you. Now, let's do a track come through.
Where's her fucking boyfriend? Come on. Come on.
Just
The leash is broken.
So let's go up front this time.
Right guys, there's certain people that have said they want to go for another wander around the town centre. There's others that say they've got cars to get back to, whatever. So if anyone wants to go, let's go. Same route as last time, but we're going to cut out the bit up to the university to make it a little bit shorter and come straight back to the town hall. So we're going to crack off and do that again if you want. If you want to go home and disperse, thank you very much for coming today. I think we've made a difference and we'll go from here.
Yo, and all you people mean the world to me who actually care and give a every one person here today is absolutely amazing. Right up through, just keep trying, never give in. And the more I put on me, it makes me, the more I want to fight. So I'm never stopping. Ever.
Hi everyone. I just want to share a little story with everybody, and it's about my granddaughter. Today she's 14 years old, but when she was 6 months old, she got meningitis, and she was hooked up to all the tubes and everything. Made a full recovery from that, but when she was 2 years old, she was recommended to have the swine flu vaccine. She had it administered by the doctor. Within 1 hour of having that vaccine, she was complaining of pain in her legs. And then as my son and his then partner had her for the weekend, she got worse and worse until she could barely walk. Now when they dropped it off, they told her mother, you better get her to the doctors tomorrow, pronto. Anyway, cut a long story short, she went through 6 months of test after test. Doctors absolutely baffled as to how this could have happened to her. The last thing they tested for was arthritis, and that tested positive. The doctors were very confused as to how she could have got arthritis so quickly when she was just a healthy little toddler. So that's the swine flu vaccine. So we come to now the present day on the COVID one. This isn't even a vaccine. It's mRNA gene therapy. As I understand it, but she says no to flu vaccines, and she's saying to this as well.
How's she doing now? All right.
So did he say they aren't walking? Huh? That some drink, got booze if not, That walking will go for a few pints.
Right guys, sorry to keep you. I think we're going to call it a day on the marches. I think people are dwindling off going home. We don't want to go around with a few people, so thanks very much for everyone for coming today. We will see you again. We'll keep fighting every single day. We need to be on the streets educating and informing our neighbours, friends, families, anyone we come into contact with. Keep fighting guys, thank you.
No, I think we told them to do it all, so whether the right thing or the wrong thing to do, you can never do that. It's a good turnout. It's a good show. We got the message over, I think. I think people are dwindling off, and some want to go, some don't want to go, so we're just right, you're sitting in the party. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, you don't call the drums, beautiful. Thank you very much. Free drum. Are you the Huddersfield one? I might switch on it.
Hey, so I'm just being nosy on you. Who are you?
My name is Radek. You can find me on Facebook.
English Media Group.
That's just Glasgow.
And do you often do protests?
I've been live streaming them since May last year.
Right, brilliant. And are you completely neutral or are you one way or the other? Are you neutral or are you one way or the other?
No, I'm on the other side.
The other side, not our side?
The other side.
Oh, that's good. Good. I was just interested. I like to know. So well, it says press.
It says press, so I don't get smacked by the police.
Very good. Really good to have you here anyway. Let's see you next one. And I look forward to seeing you at video.
Yes, find me on Facebook.
I will have a look.
Take a picture of your phone.
That's I will try and let me take a photo. I have got my phone. Let me take a photo.
Just find me by my name on Facebook.
And then I can find you by your name. Sorry, my phone is really slow. Thank you very much.
You can see we got quite a few children here.
So all I'm going to say is, I've got my number now. Next time it's a break. I'll see you Sunday. Brilliant, thanks. Yeah, seriously.
It's worth mentioning that there was no issues with police.
No, but the thing is, right, 6, 7, regardless of what you think, Leeds are Leeds. Right? Worst thing is, we have the fence. Not my side of the fence.
What we really want,
I know, really want.
break into song for a minute. It's you guys to walk with us with your hats off, showing support. If you can do that, you can do it. You can do it. Just you can do it. You're still facilitating the march. Just walking with your hats off. In solidarity with the people.
Please.
That day will come. That day will come.
Just ring me. Yeah, next time. Sorry.
Alright. Well, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
No, and I was going to say, from my side, seriously.
Look after your kids.
Good to see that there is no issue with police.
Sorry?
Good to see that there was no issue with police.
Well, we told them this time. We didn't last time. And they were all out last time with horses and everything. And went to Newcastle and that was horrendous with the dogs out in the streets. And today, this time we thought, you know what, let's just try telling them. Let's try working with them because we need them on our side. We need them. And we're getting through to them slowly. We really are. It's going to take time, isn't it? Time that we haven't got a lot of.
That's the whole thing. We're being antagonized by the government.
Yeah.
Vaccinated against unvaccinated, police against people against medical staff.
Yeah.
It's all divide and conquer.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been doing it for years and years and years. So, you know, we're new to all this game, aren't we? Just saving humanity in 2 years. It's a big task, isn't it?
I just reflected in September. It's around 18 months.
Yeah. No, we'll keep going, keep fighting. Every day.
There is this group that people can find out about Leeds protest.
Your second person in 10 minutes that said that. I think
Telegram page, yeah. t.me/what is it? WW Freedom Day, Leeds. Come and join us. Get yourself down here. Next one. Yeah, we're going more rural. Semi-urban.
Where will we find your footage? On Facebook. Oh! YouTube, right.
Yeah, it's a good one, this one. It's a good one.
I follow you,
You're a
so
good egg,
I
are you?
can send the link into the group.
Thank you.
Well, cheers for today.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, that's
to
okay. Thank you for coming.
check out my footage later. We'll see all over the group and everyone. Yeah.
We appreciate you. Really.
You on now, are you?
Oh.
Hi Roxanne, if you're there. Hope you've got your car fixed. Sorry you couldn't make it today. We'll see you again.
Yeah. See
Bye,
more
two
people
girl.
next time. Yeah. Bit bigger and better.
Yeah. Right, I need a pint.
Yeah.
We've got an hour. We're going to Town Hall Tavern for a quick one. Right. Hey, quick one.
Hi guys, I like the flag.
Made it himself.
Can you speak on live streaming protest?
He's probably better than me. Do you want to do a bit of a live?
I just want to ask why you're here. Is that your first protest or you've been to many?
Definitely not his first.
No, I've been to more than a dozen since last September.
So it's the second
The
beating.
goalposts have kept changing. Before you ask me exactly why I'm here, a general answer would be, I think right now everybody should have the freedom to choose whether they want to take one of these jabs or not.
Freedom of choice is the
That's
top of the
key
tree.
topic.
Yeah, of course it is.
As we know, all these jabs are experimental until 2023, still in trials. So would it not be safer to wait till 2023 before starting to inject children 12 to 15 without parental consent, which is of great concern to anyone with children here.
For non-medical reasons.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
How can this be justified?
Well, this is what we're asking. It can't be justified.
I
There's
wouldn't
no
take
data
drugs
to
if I'm
support
not
it.
sick. Why would you subject children of
The
drugs that they
mortality
don't
rate,
need?
if they got ill from a virus, is negligible. You know, well, there is a mortality rate associated with experimental injections.
Fair enough, if there will be somebody dying and that's experimental treatment and can save their life, fair enough. But it isn't the case.
This is not about saving lives.
Oh, just politically.
Yeah, I mean, I started protesting last year because of all the coronavirus measures, the lockdowns, social distancing, wearing of masks, the whole lot of it. That's what I was protesting about originally. Obviously, vaccination IDs came in, or health pass, or green pass as they call it in Europe. Same thing, different name. It's a passport ID system, which is about control and not health. So, obviously that's been shelved apparently for the moment. But I suspect, strongly suspect, that it will re-emerge, along with masks,
I'm
along with
really sure
lockdowns.
because that's the foundation of the new totalitarian system. Would be this QR system on every door. Then they don't need police. They can just bar you from entering the shop, bar you from buying food, bar you from traveling.
Definitely, I mean, people should have the freedom to move around, congregate with who they want, when they want, and go where they want, without restriction. That's what I've enjoyed all my life, and that's all I want for my children and the granddaughter. You know, I want them to grow up with the same freedoms I've enjoyed, because I see these freedoms slipping away on multiple levels. Sometimes being shelved, but then brought back. How many times have the government lied to us now? Deceived us.
It's 18 months now. I just reflected on that.
You lose count of how many times they've gone back on everything that's said. And more people are turning up to worldwide protests. I'll be down in London next week. You know, the numbers grow on our point of view. I have friends that are vaccinated and they won't support the ID system. I'm not being tracked and traced in that way.
But do they realise it's not ending? It's not 2 jobs, it's already 3, and there will be
They're
more.
already doing boosters, as I understand it. So what, booster now, another booster in 6 months, or maybe 3 months, because of new variants. You know, variants is another word that's come into common use. When flu used to mutate every year, that's why we've still got flu, and there's so many different flu vaccines. Then they don't call it mutating anymore, they call it a variant.
I like what Michael Eden said, that they are simians, because they're more same like than we think. They're not completely new.
It's not a completely different thing.
No. And the virus, yeah, they do mutate, but they just get weaker and weaker. That's why they said now symptom is cold, which is just a cold.
Yeah.
Because the virus is weakened, and it's just casual cold.
I agree. I'm all for, if the government is about everybody's health, as they claim, why from the start didn't they just prescribe vitamin D3 and B12, zinc, C to everyone? That would have been much cheaper than investing in experimental vaccines and the rollout of and all the incessant testing, which we know has a massive false positive rate.
What about malnutrition, poverty?
Exactly, stress, worry,
yes.
anxiety.
They do
all brought on by
what they
this
say, and what they do is
control.
exactly opposite.
Yeah, you know, the techniques we've seen used on the public are not that different from a stage hypnotist. You know, the power of suggestion is very, very strong, as we've seen.
Repetition.
Yeah.
And
also the herd mentality. I don't mean that in a medical way. I mean, people prefer to be on the side with the most people. Particularly when the opposition seems quite small, or is portrayed that way.
What they say, obviously, this whole narration is divide and conquer. They antagonize us with police, us with medical staff, us between each other, vaccinated and vaccinated.
Yeah, it's all about divide and conquer. It's down to a football level all his lives. People will fight and kill each other over a game of football. So, divide and conquer is nothing new. It's always been there. Again, at many levels. So, it's more apparent now, it's more obvious. Medical discrimination, vaxxed or unvaxxed. Why? I really don't see why people can't see. You take an experimental jab that won't stop you from getting a virus or spreading a virus, but you've still got to wear a mask. But now you've got a pass that says you're safe.
Yes.
Yet the evidence says that you're as likely to get a variant as somebody that's unvaccinated. But this is where we're at. I think that's just a crazy situation.
You probably heard Dolores Cahill saying about pathogen priming, that people can get seriously ill because their immune system is weakened from the vaccine.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're only kind of their body.
Natural immunity has got to be better.
Yes.
And it's never been promoted by the government. So, I don't know, people have different views on different things, but right now, it's about protecting the children and their future rights, that this will never happen again. This nonsense will never happen again. You know, 57 years I've been around before I went to a protest, and that was last September, because I feel so strongly that the people are just being lied to en masse, and they're accepting it without question. Yet most of them carry essentially a computer around in the pocket. And how do you think I found out the alternative view? You know, I'm nothing out of the ordinary. I just don't sit watching mainstream TV in an evening. You know, I'll look at both sides of the story and I'll decide what makes more sense.
I'm not watching TV for 20 years now. And in fairness, I just realized during this pandemic how powerful media are.
I cancelled my TV licence 5 years ago, unofficially, because I don't watch it. My only access to news is info people send me via social media and newsfeed on YouTube. That's pretty much it. So I have an idea of what's going on and what steps are being taken, but
I can't forget June this year. There was 1.5 million, 1.5 million people marching in London. Zero information on the BBC. How can you ignore this? Is that
the BBC are complicit in what the government narrative is. It's quite obvious. You know, they're without liability. They don't have to report on the truth, as they never report on peaceful protests that go along without a hitch. Because that doesn't fit the narrative. They want to make people out to be extremists or political activists or an arranged mob, which is simply not true. It's not.
Anti-vaxxers for now,
That's one of my new titles.
You say extremists.
Facebook already labels me as an extremist. It is what it is. If I have to be an extremist to secure my rights and freedoms for the children and their children, then so be it, I'll be an extremist.
That's classical record of propaganda. You first name people to dehumanize them.
Well, whatever label they may want. You know, I were a conspiracy theorist last year, now I'm an anti-vaxxer.
And then once vaccine craze is finished, then there will be extremists because they will not be accepting passports or whatever they will come with.
No, I think passports have just been shelved for now. I think they'll come back.
I'm pretty sure they will re-emerge. They will be trying to bring them back. I'm sure.
They're not going to. Same with lockdowns and masks.
Same like they lied with...
look how many people wear masks.
They will do lockdowns with them have a Christmas, and then you can't have a Christmas, you know. They lie all the time.
Yeah, just too many lies. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you for that.
No problem.
You want to speak with me, right?
No, you're alright.
How are you doing? You alright? I've not seen you since Bradford, I think. I think Bradford went last time I saw you.
Yes. So I'm in London and I saw him in Barnsley last time I saw him.
Yes. Well, so how are you doing, guys?
Good? Yeah? Trying to keep going?
Trying to keep positive. That's the hard thing these days, can't keep you positive.
We got some good footage today.
Yes.
I think I've got you on my Facebook, but I've not seen you. You've not popped up for ages. You know the algorithms and everything and the way. So I'll have a look.
Take a picture of my name.
I've got you. Are you still on Facebook? Because I've got you, but I've not seen you for ages.
Go to my profile and just like something. It will be.
Yeah, I lost you. Wow, since you.
When you're adding new friends, it's only showing you like 15 people.
That's it.
Yeah,
It doesn't display you all your friends because
you've got to keep going to your settings and also them back. And it just shows your likes.
Yeah, that's true.
You've got to keep going. Every time you pass the thing like that, you've got to go to your settings.
I was staying on top of people.
Two beats of tarmac, sat in the pub. Sat in the pub, 2 beats of black tarmac, sat in the pub. It comes this fucking big bit of red tarmac.
Becky, hey.
Second big one in Leeds. Second big one.
Get some good footage. Did you get all the crowd walking down?
Yes, I'm still online. So it's the second big protest in Leeds.
Yeah, second protest in Leeds. It's been a fantastic day. Loads of positive energy, positive vibes, loads of smiling faces, talking to the general public, getting the information out there, loads of good engagement. So yeah, it's been a great day. The numbers were down on the last time, but there's a lot of protests going on. You know, Hull, Scarborough to nearby, Birmingham's a big one today. So yeah, I think people have been a bit split up, divided over the protests here and there. There's also the music festivals going on in Temple Museum and stuff, so people are going there as well. Understandably, you know, just nice weather and stuff, so out in the park. Next week, Saturday, is Newcastle, and Newcastle is going to be huge because there's no other protests going on, I don't think, up and down the country. So if you're free on Saturday next week, get yourselves to Newcastle. Newcastle is going to be huge, especially after what happened last time with the police and, you know, people getting bitten by dogs and etc. You know, people being patted on the head. So that's not going to happen this time. You're going to go there with the same kind of mindset, positive, going there with a positive mindset, engaging with the police, engaging with the public. The police have been told about the rules, etc. So it's all looking good. So please get there if you can on Saturday, Newcastle. I think it's Leeds Park. That's quite close to Leeds Park. It's quite close to St James's football stadium. You know, so it's easy to find. You know, if you can find St James, you can find Leeds Park.
What time?
I think it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Let me just check, so I don't want to give you the wrong time. What channel are you on?
I'm on my Facebook.
Or your Facebook? Here we are. So, it doesn't say a time. It doesn't say a time. So I reckon it should be about 12, between 12 and 1. So if you can get there for 12, that should be good. Get there for 12, Newcastle, please. Get as many numbers as you can, Newcastle. We need you there. Yeah? Any more questions?
Are you involved in Three Nations?
Yeah, you know, I'm not in any group, but I'm in every group. Does that make sense? Yeah, because we're all on the same page. We've got the same concerns. We've got the same fight, basically. So it doesn't matter if you don't group names, this, that, the other. It doesn't matter. As long as you're awake, you're on the path of truth. We're united. And as you can see, there's people here from all over the country. You know, like I've got friends from Newcastle. I've got friends come from Manchester, Blackburn. There's a lot of people from a lot of different towns and cities. And that's what it's all about. Wherever you are, get to wherever you can and support the cause. And yeah, that's how we get bigger, stronger, better.
I didn't know how many people.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm going now.
All right, bro. All the best. Inshallah. See you Saturday.
Hopefully I'll try and make it, if not, you know, around. I'll get back to you once.
Yeah. Yeah, you got my number on the phone, yeah? You gave me on last time, yeah. You got mine as well. Sorry about that.
It was positive to see protests in actual town, people marching, being visible.
Yeah.
Because like a year ago when people were just sitting in the park, nobody could see. Yeah? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And it's about getting the message out there, isn't it? It's about people knowing the truth, because the media and the government are basically hiding the truth. They're lying to us. And it's probably because they've taken big bribes from Big Pharma
and you know, it's and they compromise. So now they're going to carry on pushing the agenda. It's up to us, everyday people, everyday moms, dads, you know, everyday people, to share the truth, share the knowledge, because otherwise it's not going to get out. And when you do talk to people, sometimes obviously you get a negative response, and you know, like, whatever, you just leave them. You know, you don't get into a slanging match, you don't get into disputes with them, because all it'll do is bring you down as well. You just say, okay, fine, sorry to waste your time. Have a nice day. Move along to the next person.
But I noticed that, you know, people who can't follow because, you know, this information is suppressed. They were like looking
what's going on,
and they see this COVID, anti-COVID signs. Yeah, so you know, I saw the curiosity on the face, and like many people, they can think that something is wrong, but they don't have information. And we talk in our own echo chamber. We only talk to each other, but we don't talk to people who need talking. And that's why I was so happy to see that you know, this came out to town, and this should take place, and people could see there's something like this going on.
So you saw the message today was that when we go out there, when we start marching, we're not marching and just shouting and screaming and being abusive. No, we said we want to go out there and get the message to people. And that's what happened. You know, the message did get out to people. And everybody engaged, and look, you know, you can see now everybody's sat around and they, you know, talking about the day we've had and how positive it was. And that's what it's about, getting that positive energy going. And you know, it's not all doom and gloom. There's a new world forming. There's a brighter day ahead, and we have to look forward to that.
That's why I came here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Barnsley.
Oh, Barnsley, okay, not too far.
But you know, I didn't make it to London. I just I spent all night working, and I didn't catch a few hours sleep. And then Birmingham, too far, 2 hours, 1.5 hour from Manchester. And I thought I will try with Leeds. I wasn't sure if I will find anyone because I arrived here like 1:45. But still good to see.
All right, so you missed the speeches and everything.
I missed the speeches. But
it doesn't matter. You know what? You catch up somewhere.
You know,
on social media.
I do what I can. I can't have 40 hours a day. We're going only 24.
Absolutely.
But still, I believe it's better to turn up even if you're late. You know, there was many situations.
It's better to turn up.
There was many situations I didn't want to come. You were tired. You just think, oh God. Again, police, again, all this,
But this time we spoke to the police. We walked the route 2 or 3 times. We made sure that we didn't go contraflow to traffic. We made sure we used wide open roads for, you know, like so there's no bottlenecking, so there's no congestion. We had health and safety in mind. So, and we presented it to the police, and you know, I think we had a good response, and they said that's fine, you know, go ahead. There wasn't much of a police presence. Did you see today?
Yes, and even now, like from their behavior, you know, like I can show people, they don't keep this aggressive body posture, body language. You're talking to people like this chap, and I witnessed a conversation with police, between people and police, and they were quite okay, not antagonized.
Look, the police, they are parents, they are mums and dads, they are granddads and their grandparents as well. And they've got concerns, but unfortunately they're controlled.
Yes.
There's people who are controlled and there's people who are living in fear. And that's why they're submitting, they're bowing down, they're complying.
I watched an interview with one Polish activist, and he said, like, you know, like we are the communists when we overcome communism. And he says, like, police won't turn the side till they see that the government is completely losing, Then they will be jumping the boat, So till now they're part of the government, So maybe medics and police, they had 18 months to do something, and they haven't, So it's clear that, you know, till we get the, like, natural momentum, like millions of people, unstoppable momentum, then they will turn.
But the thing is, though, for that to happen, people really need to take common law very, very seriously. The Guardians 300 and the common law movement. The common law movement is the most important thing that people can do right now. Common law, people say it's not going to work, it's this, it's that. Excuse me. Common law will only work if we all get behind it. the numbers are needed. And there are millions of us who are awake in this country. Yeah? If we all join the common law courts, deregister our birth certificates, common law will become very powerful. We will become very powerful. The police, they take their oath under common law. They're not police officers, they are police constables. Officers work for corporations. We are not governed by a corporation. We are. So we stand under common law. Yeah, we don't stand under this maritime law, which is contractual law. And this is what even I'm not fully understanding it, but I'm trying to. There's common law courses going on up and down the country. This will all be coming out soon. We've got a website. Me and my friend, we've got a website coming out. On this website, we're going to post all these links. So hopefully, the common law movement can gather momentum and become very powerful. That's what. You all right, Patrick?
No, I'm just checking if there is no comments.
So yeah, so common law is the way forward. So if people can search up common law, so commonlaw.com, commonlawcourts.com, and the Guardians300.com. These two movements we need to give our support, get behind it.
How does this work for businesses?
Sorry?
How does this work for businesses?
It works for everything. Business, we can, the income tax is illegal, council tax is illegal, TV license is illegal. Everything can be taken care of, but we need to get behind the common law movement first for it to get powerful, to have a voice and to make a difference. Does that make sense? So we have to get behind it. We have to promote common law.
I will have to look more into it.
Yeah, common law. Common law stands under God's law. Do not cause no loss, no harm, no injury. Then everything else, it's we are sovereign. We are sovereign beings. So that's what we stand. We stand under common law as sovereign beings. Creation of God, a living, breathing human being. We're not products, or we're not a corporation that they can have these contractual dealings with in court with us. If you stand under common law, they can't even find you. These courts, they can't find you. It works that well, but you have to get behind it. So it's something that I'm learning as well, and we all do need to learn.
Thank you for the chat.
No worries, my friend. Pleasure. What channel are you on?
Find me on Facebook. By name, take a picture.
I got it, buddy. You take care, yeah? Nice seeing you. Thank you.
Sorry?
What have you been filming?
Protests.
Have you been? Where will it be shown? Will it be on telly anywhere?
If you want, you can see. We can talk. I'm still on live stream.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
My family's Polish as well.
Okay, so my name is Radosław. You can take a picture. Find me.
I'll have a look, mate.
I've been live streaming those protests since May last year.
Yeah, well, BBC, the filming pianos in there, not none of this, the wankers.
No. BBC, they're selling.
Biased broadcasting company.
Yes. They're selling vaccines 24/7.
That's it, mate. I'll stop that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, is that...
No, that's just a press card. Just find me by
I can find you with that. On, where do I search? On Facebook or...
Yes, on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll find you and I'll have a look, mate. Thank you very much.
So, is that, how many of those have you been to?
It's first one because I've been working all the time, but like other ones I found out about, they've been on afterwards, I found out afterwards. If I know that they're on, I'll go on there, I'll be there every time.
So,
what's happened to Jesus?
I haven't been to London for a while, yeah, so...
I've heard he's got a Facebook ban.
He's streaming from his mate's channel, like...
which is it? Do you know what it is?
Wes Garner.
Yeah.
So check his... they are allowing him to stream from his channel.
Oh, good, thank you. Anyway, dziękuję.
Dziękuję. man. How are you? What do you think about today? What do you think about today?
I thought it was good, but it wasn't as many people as last time. But it's still worth coming. Yeah, how about you?
But it's good to see because there was no protest like this in Leeds where people are coming out and actually showing their presence and disrupting the town. People were gathering in parks, but this is not visible for anyone.
Yeah. Are you going to upload it to YouTube?
I'm live streaming on Facebook and on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Where can I find out?
Find me by my name.
Rado Slaw. I won't forget that. Rado Slaw. Got it in my head. Rado Slaw.
Yeah. I've been live streaming protests since May last year, all over UK and in few countries, so it's good to see that it's picking up here.
I think it's just good to get together with people, isn't it?
And you know, like what people kind of don't appreciate is 18 months already I've been into it. 18 months and they're just getting more and more pushy, you know, like this attempt to vaccinate children, you know, they're just pushing. There's no stop to it.
Yeah, we're the ones who have to put a stop to it.
Yes, it's smashing.
Yeah, so like I wrote about 4 or 5 songs after the lockdown. So I just got to mix them and upload them.
Yeah. Make sure they don't get taken down. You know that song Ian Brown wrote?
Little C, Big Tree.
That got taken down. Spotify took it down.
Unbelievable.
I don't think it got taken off YouTube. You can't listen to it on Spotify or music.
Last protest on Trafalgar Square, I had my live stream taken down just hours after, maybe 3 hours. I had over 5,000 views on it. 3 hours after it was finished, they deleted it and they gave me strike.
Well, it reckons that it's a threat to their agenda. They don't want to be exposed.
Robert Munro.
But you can put it on BitChute, can't you? And you can
Yes,
put it on
I work it out, I think I work it out how it should be done. So after a live stream is finished, you just have to change video to private, download it. I saw what other guys are doing when words like jab or C words, they just bleep them.
What's the C word?
C word, you know, famous virus.
Oh, right, so you can't say vaccine, you can't say COVID.
Yeah.
And is there anything else?
Yes,
what about Medazolam? Can you say that?
Yeah. Basically, their algorithm is listening to sounds and it's just deleting the videos.
You can't say stuff about Freemasons either, can you? If there's something about like the Illuminati or like the elite, YouTube will put a fact checker thing under it.
But it's farcical because you know, they're saying they're following WHO advice, but WHO advice changed. So they stopped promoting lockdown at a certain point of time. They even say that PCR tests shouldn't be so over-amplified. And, you know, you can do a video about this and you still get deleted. This whole circus is done through those tests, yeah? Because there's no sick people. If there would be sick people, that would be genuine emergency. And everybody would agree, yeah, we got a problem, but not tests. What does cases?
Yeah,
what's that?
The only reason why they introduced that is so that they can say the cases have gone up, we need a lockdown, let's push more vaccines on them.
But they can play this infinitely because they can just turn it on and off like tap cases. So they will go to school, they will do so many tests, they will force certain groups at work to test, and you know, they can produce them at click of the finger, you know, numbers. So many cases. You stop doing tests and then tell me about cases. And I'm like, if they would at least give number of how many of cases become a sickness or hospital admission. And like, I don't mean hospital admission.
Yeah, nice speech, by the way.
Not hospital admission just because they will test you and they will put you for no reason, but serious because they say severe respiratory disease, yes? Lung disease, COVID-19. So how many of those cases actually turn into COVID-19 disease?
Yeah. you have the sniffles and then you're a case.
Yes.
You know, you have a little cough. Case, it's a case.
How did they change narration? Remember, they said SARS-CoV-2 first, causing COVID-19, which is disease, which is like pneumonia type of disease, yeah? So severe respiratory infection. And then they say now coronavirus. We are looking for coronavirus, but coronavirus can be anything, can be cold.
Yeah, my dad thinks that it's a new virus. He's always saying, I see, Tom, you don't understand, this is a new virus. And I'm like, well, is it? Do you really know that?
Yes.
You know, but he always keeps saying that. I don't know where he got that from.
I like explanation by immunologists. It's like, okay, we don't know each other, yes? So we don't know our names, and we are meeting first time. So I might not know you, and you might not know me, but you know thousands of other people, and you've got lifelong experience of talking with people, so you'll know how to behave. You'll just say, hey, hello, you know. You'll know. You don't know me in person. It's the same like immune system react to a virus. It's not that different. That was biggest lie as well. It's not so different. People who had original SARS, they're still immune after they got sick from it. Yeah. So the immune system remembers that. So they can't say, and this SARS-2 isn't like, it's 80% like previous one. They can't say it's brand new virus. It's just scaremongering.
Yeah. I don't think it was ever really isolated, was it?
No.
From what I
Didn't they take
understand.
it to a Greek court and they couldn't actually isolate the virus? I heard something about that.
Yeah. I mean, like I read like I think, you know David Icke?
Yeah.
So he was quoting a guy called Andrew Kaufman, who was the guy who said that he wasn't isolated. But then if you tell other people that, if you Google Andrew Kaufman, it comes up with a fact check, Reuters.
Yeah, well, it was.
This is filming, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
I'm still live streaming.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing that. Yeah.
Tommy Call Music, check me out.
So you got channel with songs,
Yeah,
you say?
Tommy Call Music. Vaccine Day released next week. Check it out.
Okay. I will find you and I will link, I will share.
So I wonder whether this, because it's got the word vaccine throughout the song, whether it'll get pulled because of that. But
It depends.
That will be a world first if I get a song pulled off YouTube because of this song.
YouTube got this facility. Facebook they can't do it. And I read an interesting article actually that Facebook they're trying to suppress the information, but the more they delete, the more people post, and especially in comments and even I shared this on my profile. Some U.S. TV station they asked for genuine experience with this vaccination, with injury, and there was like 70,000 comments. 70,000 comments when people really, you know, they smashed the narrative, yeah.
Right.
They started posting about injuries, yeah. Okay. So they wanted to make some public stunt, yeah. But it turned out, you know, over 70,000 shares, 70,000 comments, yeah. They didn't expect that. So it's two-edged sword.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like when you put what's that? You know, when you put something on top of a can of worms, they start to. I can't remember the metaphor. You know the one I mean.
Opening the can of worms, you mean?
Yeah. Or no, if you put something on top of a lid on top of a can of something, they squirm around in the dark more because they have to think that one through.
Yeah, the more they try to suppress, the more people will fight back.
Yeah.
Action, reaction.
I think it's called the Streisand effect or something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess no one really truly knows anything, but like, yeah, it all seems a little bit dodgy.
But you know, if there would be simple things, if there would be choice, yeah, you can have it or you know, you're free to go. Your choice, yeah, not this authoritarian takeover. That's what concerns me.
I'm worried about really.
Even
about the Great Reset thing.
even if they would be injecting me with water, I don't want it because that's a barrier, integrity of my body.
Yeah, like
if I say something, okay, I'm okay to take this or have it, I agree, I consent. But you know, if they will push that boundary, we will never have it back.
Yeah, it's like rape.
Yeah.
It's like I mean,
It's not fair, is it? I mean, it's like you're also like, you know, it's bad to a lot of like different groups of people. Like, you know, think even like needle-phobic people. You know, I could imagine that's really causing stress for them, and also people in medical who just can't have things. You know, yeah, no one should be forced into medical procedures. No, it's not good.
And the whole notion that you know, that everybody can have same substance injected.
Well,
it's
everybody's
ridiculous.
different. Like, it isn't always.
I'm allergic to penicillin. You give me penicillin, I can have adverse reaction, I can even die, yeah? So how, let's say like blood clotting, yeah? Again, another thing. There are people who got history of blood clots in their family, so it's genetic. And then you got medicine products which can cause this, like trigger this. So why take chances when you know you're at risk for what? And like with children.
The thing is, like, they're saying because you need to do this for the greater good. And like, if it wasn't 100% safe, it wouldn't be as bad. But like, you know, if you're taking a medicine that could potentially be greater good, you know, it's like you're sacrificing your own life.
It's not like that, though, is it? I've heard people make that argument. It's just a shit argument, because it's like, if you want to, if you, I don't like, I'm not responsible for anyone else. They're making it out that like because we live in a society that I'm like responsible now for everyone else. No one really gives a shit about anyone else apart from their friends and family, do they?
I mean,
but this argument is so ridiculous because the injection doesn't stop you from transmitting the virus. So even this notion of, let's say, passports or passes, yeah, that somebody was, they're not, you know, they're not safe. They can still pass it on to others. So what's the difference? And then there's actual medical study. They check viral load. So people who got jab and people who didn't have jab, they had the same viral load. So they both could inject. So what's that, you know, common goods? What's this?
No, it doesn't make sense. It's so unlogical that I can't believe we even discuss it. It's just ridiculous. But somehow the normies manage to make these arguments make sense. I don't know.
I'm talking to people like the children, do the right thing. And
yeah, it's not really nice to put it on the children, you know, to protect adults.
But it isn't to protect, you know, this is just politics, they just want to sell. It's clear, right now. They said non-medical reason, chances of sickness amongst children is 1 in 2 million. So the equal chance like being struck by the lightning is so ridiculous, odds. You can't reduce, so how can you reduce odds of 1 in 2 million, yeah? You can't. So, but adverse reaction, especially with young boys, they got this myocarditis, heart inflammation.
Yeah, it's not nice to put a child through that, you know, unnecessarily, is it? Like,
but then again, think for parents, yeah, like, okay, it's okay to have conscious decision whether I want to have children or not. But like, let's say, to be sterilized by the jab in your childhood, you know, because somebody panicked and injected you. Just think how people would live with that.
We don't know the long-term effects, and that's really worrying. And I don't understand why people are really pushing this and dismissing any kind of worries when, you know, we don't know the long-term effects. We don't know what this could do to us in a couple of years time.
We also don't know the long-term effects of just having been on lockdown.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be bad for people's mental health.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that I haven't gotten. It's like people talk about long COVID as if this is like the only thing to worry about, but then they don't talk about the long-term effects of the economy and the long-term effects of isolating people.
Needs to be taken into consideration. Like, it's just not balanced, is it?
Look what they've done with just taxes now, yeah? So they trash country. I didn't agree to spend 37 billion pound on app to trace me like a criminal, yeah? Like, what's that all about, yeah?
Yeah, I don't like that.
37 billion pounds which they could spend on homeless, on education, on improving of life standards, on hospitals, on whatever, but they wasted those money. And then the next thing is You just look at the game of numbers. They say, oh, we just increased national insurance by 1.25. But if they're increasing this 1.25 out of 10%, they're increasing by 12.5%. And that's just a half of it, because the other half is paid by employer. So effectively, they just increased that tax alone to 25%. That's what it is. If you take the arithmetic, yeah? What's this 1.25 is?
Yeah, I used to live stream it. I'm just like, need to get off.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for chatting.
Yeah, thank you. Where's the speaker located?
On my Facebook.
Facebook, what is it called?
No, my name. Just my personal. Take a picture and
Lots of brothers.
Yeah, I might do, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Nice to talk to you.
that on your-
Thank you.
Good work, and you know what you're doing.
Thank you.
How long have you been live streaming for next all day?
I came 45 past 1. I haven't been from start.
Yeah. So it's going on your Facebook and YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, how long do you think it will be before they take it down?
I don't know about YouTube. I don't think there was anything controversial today. But like some speeches at Trafalgar Square, they were, yeah. I mean, for obviously for YouTube, yeah. Standards.
No, Hey, you okay?
Hi.
I know, where was the second march? Another one, no one was up for it. I was.
I know you were. You're always up for
Numbers
something.
Well, I like to have a bit of carnage, not when the police tell me to sit out.
I'm swimming the whole thing because like in the past there was situation where police was attacking, so people could see the whole okay.
Is that stereo, quadra?
No,
you told us what your channel is before.
One is going on YouTube, one on Facebook, and one on Discord.
That is sick, seriously.
And I got GoPro just in case if police kicks, so yeah, I got 360 views. Just find me on Facebook.
So what is it that, I mean, like, what's the intention? What I mean?
I've been live streaming those events since May last year, yeah? And, you know, second or third protest I went into, just out of curiosity, they nearly killed a man in my own Sheffield, yeah. They battered guy so badly, they pushed him on a concrete bollard and they hit him in the chest. He had a...
Bob here?
Yeah.
Bob here?
Yeah. So I filmed this, yeah, that was like second or third
Use that
protest.
as evidence. Use that as evidence.
Yes, they use my video and other guys' videos.
Good on you. Good on you.
To, you know,
Convicted.
to work it out, yeah?
I never found out of Bob. Did you ever get compensated?
I don't know, I need to speak with him.
Yeah, you speak with him.
And
You were here earlier, didn't you not see him?
yes, but I didn't have time to talk to him. So I got his numbers, I will get in touch with him. But then I went to Trafalgar Square, you know, police kicked off like started beating people. And over a year I filmed so many dodgy situations, yeah. And you know, because I'm live streaming the whole thing, yeah, how it goes for hours, yeah. It's not edited, so people see like people are marching.
I'm definitely tuning into this guy. I like that.
People are seeing that, you know, people are marching for 5 hours peacefully, and then police blocks the street and start smashing them, yeah. You know, that's just unbiased footage, yeah, raw footage. And then another thing is like, you know, I'm just one guy with a phone, but like Trafalgar Square, there was 275,000 views, yeah, out of that video alone. And I think the small events I did, there was like maybe sometimes 50 people in Leeds, sorry, not Leeds, full, for instance, yeah. But I had like 14,000 to 20,000 viewers. So people couldn't come, but they knew something was right. and they couldn't get that information otherwise. So, you know, obviously social media are suppressing.
You're walking that way,
I am, yeah. They are suppressing as they can, but
You're doing a good job. You're doing
Yeah.
very valuable
Good to
what
see
you're
you
doing. Seriously. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
walking
set
up
off
now,
walking
Chinese
up.
shop. What's wrong with fish and chips?
I'll be Chinese shop.
Yeah, we're coming. We're going to walk up.
We're gonna walk up. We're gonna say see you to these ones.
But I'm definitely going to check you out. You're on YouTube as well. You've got a channel on YouTube.
Yes, but most of my work is on Facebook at the minute. To get on Telegram, mate, everybody's
Yeah, you need to get on YouTube. YouTube's a massive platform for live
Yes,
streaming.
I live streamed the recent one from Trafalgar Square. I had like 5,000 views in 3 hours and then deleted it straight away. So YouTube is good for reels, but then again they were suppressed. And,
So it's like multiple places of streaming. That's what you want to use.
With most people I know, that will be going on Telegram, from YouTube, and BitChute. Yes. That's what they're going on. I'm trying to stay off the mainstream. Yeah, but staying off stream is like, okay, if we only talk to each other, we don't talk to people who we're talking to. I understand that, yeah. So we need to get to a platform where they can see us. But it's mainly stuff that's being censored and taken down on the platforms anyway. You know what I mean? That's part of the game, yeah?
Police brutality is absolutely horrendous. I've told people, stop, lose the fear, prepare to fight. You're not fighting, you're defending yourself. When they do that, they've gone beyond the law, they've gone beyond their remit, right? Every man has a right to defend himself against such violence. I'm telling everybody, make sure you've got a baseball bat in your bag or something, deal with them. If someone, you come to me, you
That's
come
why
to
we're
me.
all getting sticks, us. We're all
I'm
getting
doing
sticks.
what I need to do to defend
We're all
myself.
getting stabbed.
I'm gonna do it, and I'm ready. I'm ready. I will defend myself.
Are you going up to Newcastle on Saturday? I might go.
Yeah. Talking crap.
Well, there's a load of us going up on.
That's what makes me sick when I see people being beaten up by the Nazis. Like, that really frustrates me. They're not fighting back. Battered. Listen,
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm walking
Let's go that way.
Really good work.
See you to
Definitely check
these.
it out.
Walk up with you. Sinead.
I'm walking up anyway.
Oh, you got him,
Yeah.
That's a right rig, that man. That's brilliant. You've got a right set up.
So you ain't gonna come back here. Wait first. You're not coming.
She said she was going to come, but she's gone shopping, not for school.
I bet you've got cameras all around your house.
I smashed so many pieces of kit. I smashed phone, I smashed camera. I had my camera Sony stolen by police, and one of them, they pitched it in November, took until June till they return this. But I'm documenting history, yes, that's how I feel about this.
Yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it? And it's up to the people to start fighting fucking back. They're so soft.
You know, we know so much history, and people can't recognize the patterns like dehumanization, calling people, labeling them. That's the beginning of genocide. That's how it started. It looks innocent, but that's anti-vaxxers. We just built anti-vaxxers camp. Ring the bell? You know?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I read comments, honestly comments, and we got 2021, and I read comments when people, so you would think educated, they write stuff like from Nazi Germany times, like disease spreading rats, disease spreading parasites, whatever, like unbelievable.
You've got to research history to see what's going on today. And it's parallels, there's lots of similarities, isn't there, with Nazi Germany and what's going on today. It's important. It's important. Don't get your jabs.
No. Take care.
Take care.
Newcastle next week.
I think so, come here.
Yeah, we've got Keir Shamaroni, Mark Steele, Mark Seck, Kevin Corbett, David Cruz, a few others.
What will be the location again?
Leeds Park, it's right next to St James's Park, it's a football ground. It's just behind that, 12 o'clock.
Do you know the postcode, right?
No, it's not very hard, just ask for where the football ground is, it's behind there. And no matter where you are in the city, you can see the football ground.
Okay.
Okay, see you there.
like coming to Newcastle. I like
London the last 50 my son's uniform, the doors come all up. No matter what I say, you know, you show them. Imagine what it makes you feel. My mum and dad.
Hi, man.
My children, they don't feel so what's it all?
Yeah, good. People were marching through town, so you know.
Let's take a picture with you.
They were visible, yeah.
Oh, we got bad light that way.
This way. They were visible, you know. There was many people. There were many people, you know, noticing. There's nothing such going on.
Yes.
So.
I think what it is, people are got no masks on now. They're not in lockdown, so.
And they're confused because
they're confused as to what's going on. I think we need to get
why you're protesting.
Yeah, because there's no need to now. You know what I mean? But I still think we still need to spread that truth with leaflets and just go around the town that's handing it out and speaking to people. I think that's the way forward.
We need to congregate and be visible. How you will create community?
Have I still got your number? Give me your number because you still travel up and down country.
Yes.
I haven't been to the protest for a while actually, but I'm going to start going out again. This top one here?
Yes.
Yeah, so are you still in Barnsley?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, whenever you got a protest, I'll give you a bell in it and we'll go down. I think the way forward now is just to spread truth. I mean, we got books here, but I'm going to start designing some more material and just hand them out in town centres. The truth still needs to get out because I think what they're doing, the government, they said that they're not bringing out the passports anymore now, are they?
This is diversion.
But it was a diversion, yes.
They say like, okay, take a job or do whatever, do the lockdown so you can have a Christmas, and then you can't have a Christmas, yeah? We've seen this. They are lying, barefaced liars, and nothing here will change.
Yeah, that's right. Is this live?
Yes.
Right.
Not many people, but you know, still good to show that.
Yeah, it's good turnout, isn't it? Yeah.
Some people will catch up later, and to be honest, today there was so many rallies, so they can't watch all the live streams. So
right, yeah.
This was the small one. Australia or London, they're like point of interest.
Yeah, it's all happening in Australia, though, isn't it? Yeah. All right then. Well, Rad, it was a pleasure to meet you as always. Hold it down. Keep the truth going. All right. All right then. You take care.
Right then guys, so I'm gonna wrap it up for now. Thanks for tuning in. It was good to see such event in Leeds, people on the street, reaction from bystanders. People were surprised, confused. It's good, we need to be visible. We need to come out more. You know, everybody feels tired. Everybody feels, you know, discouraged. But it's not time to give up. Actually, if there is any time to give up, no, it's not over till we win. So thanks for tuning in. Take care.